Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not you should pull for Esther. Let's go ahead and dig in. So before we get too far into this video, this is a sponsored video. So the Amazon App Store has been sponsoring me and Orange for quite a long time. They sponsor other content creators in the sphere and on other games, and really are one of the core reasons we can do what we do. And one of the best ways to support us and to support Amazon is to use the Amazon App Store version of War of the Visions, which enables you to purchase Amazon coins, which also supports me and all of these other content creators, depending on whose affiliate link you use. And it's just literally the best way to go. It's a win-win. Not only do you get a discount on Amazon coins, you also support the content creators. Now, if you are wondering about the Amazon App Store, if you are curious, all you have to do is go to dig.gs/offer and it will pull up this page right here. You do have to be in participating regions, which is the only drawback of this. However, you are able to see the special offer. You can get up to 20% off Amazon coins on Visior whenever you purchase in game. You can purchase 10,000 Amazon coins, which is $100 value for $82. It shows you how to download the app, how to download the Amazon App Store, and you can easily click here for instructions at dig.gs/offer. It's one of the easiest ways to support us. It's one of the most non-intrusive ways to support us, right? So that we don't have to do fundraising. We don't have to actively ask you guys for donations, right? Just using this affiliate link when you're going to be spending on the game no matter what is the best way to support us. So again, you can go to dig.gs/offer. You can also go to dig.gs/coins to support me. If you don't like me for whatever reason and you're watching this video, go use Orange's link. Go use Rindell's link, right? All of us are in this together, and we want Amazon to be successful because they're supporting us and they're supporting War of the Visions. So thank you so much to Amazon for supporting us and for continuing to invest in a game that we love and invest in us as content creators. And let's go ahead and get back to the main story. So the question is whether or not you should be pulling for Esther. And you know, to kind of get into this, you have to understand what's going to be in Esther's kit. And you also have to approach this from a couple of different perspectives, which would be what units you have on your team. I think no matter what, when you are going to be considering pulling Esther or potentially investing in Esther as a lightning unit, you need to ask, is she going to be worth it? Is she going to be worth the return on investment that Cloud was or that Ibarra was? Do you have Cloud and Ibarra? These are all questions you need to ask yourself before you invest on her. In terms of PvP, if you're assuming, you have an account like mine, you have pretty much everything, it really comes down to the abilities and the base stats of the unit. And we do know a little bit about that. So let's talk about what we know. What we know so far is that she's going to have access to Sub Paladin and Sub Thief. We know for sure that she will have access to Immortal Spirit. We know that she will have access to area attack resistance and a self barrier for 3 hits. We know that she's going to have access to Extreme Charge, which is going to give 100% defense debuff resistance for 3 turns AoE and increased critical hit rate for 3 turns for self. We also know she's going to have access to Storm Guardian, which will give pierce attack and strike attack resistance up. Now that's what we know for her TP abilities, thanks to the post by DeFoley here on the Reddit. He went through and he kind of pulled out from the video all of the relevant abilities that they talked about so that we can sit here now and have this conversation on Reddit or in my video. For AP abilities, pretty interesting, I would say. We have access to Sub Thief with Sneak Attack, which is 100% accuracy from behind. I don't know that this is relevant. It could be if we get a movement up passive from Sub Thief. For now, though, I'm going to hold my tongue on this. I don't think this is a reason alone to pull for her. Also, keep in mind, if you are wanting to set Sneak Attack, you are going to have to change your sub from Paladin, so you will be losing Immortal Spirit, which is a big drawback. Now, she does have Bolting Strike, and what's interesting about her is that she has abilities that drain HP as well. So she's going to be very much like, I don't want to compare her to kind of Mont in a way, but I think she will kind of have a build like Mont does, where she can kind of be a brawler, draining HP, you know, restoring HP back. The question will be, how much HP does it restore? Will she be able to survive attacks to restore that HP? And will she be able to hit is probably the most important question. Bolting Strike is going to have 2 range. It's a lightning slash attack with 4 uses. It's going to reduce the target's unit attack resistance. This is also going to deal medium damage, and a critical hit restores HP. This is an important ability because of the fact that it lowers unit attack resistance. There is, to my knowledge, no lightning unit in the game that can lower unit attack resistance right now. So from a PvE perspective, this is already a very powerful ability for the lightning unit compositions. Not only is she going to be lightning slash, she's going to be able to lower unit attack resistance. And keep in mind, a lot of times when people are running 5-man lightning PvE compositions, they are running units like they're running Shoot Cell for triple trick, right? Like, they are running MR and SR units. And as I pointed out in my video yesterday, lightning is the only real element that does this. Sometimes wind does it with Dario, but lightning is the only element in my mind that will ever run SR and MR units for lightning slash chain. So the fact that we're getting another UR chaining unit that also offers debuff down on the opponent is going to be really good. I'm also curious whether or not she's going to have access to triple trick. Since she is a great sword user, I could see them adding her onto the VC. So that is an interesting consideration as well. And I think that's something you should definitely look for if you are a PvE player, because that's going to be something that really will define her role in lightning, right? But we're going to get into multi-hit attacks here soon, because there is some speculation that she may have a multi-hit attack. She's going to have access to Bolting Slice, which is going to be a lightning slash attack with 3 range, has 3 uses, 30 AP, reduces reaction activation rate, and a 3x3 AoE, medium damage, increased self-defense. Going to be really good here. Again, no accuracy though. The accuracy ability in question is going to be Stormbrand. Now, this is the upgraded version of Bolting Strike, which lowers unit attack resistance and heals on HP. The EX version has quote unquote high accuracy. So we don't know if this is going to be like plus 30% accuracy. We don't know if this is going to be plus 50% accuracy. We don't know what high accuracy means. I would say if it's plus 30, if it's plus 40, I would say that's viable enough to potentially make Esther worthwhile to pull for, you know, a lightning composition to potentially upset the light meta. Now, I'm very skeptical and I'm very hesitant on that because we don't know what Esther's main stats are right now. We don't know, you know, we know she's going to have high dexterity, but luck also factors in as well to accuracy. So there's a lot of things we don't know about her. Is she going to have accuracy in potentially one of her passive abilities? Is she going to have accuracy in other ways? So lots of things to consider here. I don't think having Stormbrand being upgraded for high accuracy is enough of a reason to say pull right now. I'm very tentative. I don't think, you know, compared to Cloud, compared to other lightning units, I don't think that, you know, having access to Esther is going to rock lightning the way that having Cloud or having Ibarra did. The way I'm seeing Esther right now is really as kind of the support lightning unit that's going to help build up lightning and fill in some of the gaps. I'm not sold fully yet that she is, just from the kit that we've seen, going to completely be meta defining, if I say that. And what I mean by meta defining is upsetting light, right? Lightning is already probably the best composition against light right now, but it's still not there. It's still not the meta composition. So I'm really kind of keeping my eyes on this, because I think if Esther releases with abilities and high base stats geared towards accuracy, I think we can fully say that lightning will completely upset light in terms of being the best PvP element in the game. Right now it's close, but it's just not at that meta point yet. And just to be clear, this doesn't mean that lightning isn't a weak element. I totally think lightning is a weak element. I still agree with my video from yesterday. I just think that potentially, since it has so much 100% hit, it has Cloud with 100% hit, it has Ibarra who could kind of counter Runic. I think it's possible, depending on how Esther lands, she could upset the light meta. And I'm cautiously optimistic about this because there's a lot of factors that are going to matter, particularly the fact that she's very defense oriented and you have potentially Elena or Jaden, right? Maybe what this means is you just switch from running a tank with Elena in lock, maybe you switch in Jaden, right? And all of a sudden Jaden's just going to destroy, you know, what we have here, which would be Esther, because Esther's going to be all defense. So lots to consider here. She has access to Bolting Impact, Bolting Wave. We don't really know much about that. Chain Lightning, we know it's an AoE attack of some form. Surging Storm is one of the abilities that we're kind of questioned on. It's a lightning slash 4 range, 3 use, 20 AP EX ability. It's going to destroy physical barriers. Does medium damage. It's going to have all debuff resistance plus 30% for 3 turns on critical hit. Visually, it's a 3-hit attack. We're not sure if it's actually a 3-hit attack, and I don't think it is a 3-hit attack because I think when we watch them in the video do it, it doesn't list the chain bonus. So I am cautiously looking at this and I'm saying I don't think it's a 3-hit attack. But again, we don't know for sure, and I'll definitely let you guys know in the news video Wednesday morning whether or not this is going to be a multi-hit attack and whether this changes anything for Esther. Bunny Bolt Blitz LB increases defense piercing, reduces target slash resistance for 3 turns. Another really important ability, right? The only other ability that lowers slash resistance in lightning is going to be Cloud, and he only lowers it with his Braver ability by 25. So potentially having Bunny Bolt Blitz, which I'm going to imagine would lower slash resistance 38%, would make Esther in PvE not only the best unit for lowering slash resistance in lightning, but also having the ability to lower unit attack resistance is going to be really important. So right now, when I'm looking at Esther and I'm saying, should you be pulling? The questions I'm going to ask are, do you have Cloud and Ibarra and do you have their VCs? That's the first question I'm going to ask. The second question I'm going to ask is, do you have a lightning PvE composition? Do you have a lightning slash PvE composition where you could make use of her, right? Because that's really going to be the niche that she fills. The third question I'll ask is, were you originally going to invest in water? Because I think a lot of people are invested in water right now, and I don't think people realize that, you know, even if lightning becomes really powerful, that doesn't mean that Astrius and Water Element and Celeste are not going to be relevant. That's still going to be a very powerful formation. Astrius is still going to be one of the strongest units in the game ever to release. So I think if you are geared up for water, I think you stick to your guns. I think you wait for Astrius to come out. I think you pull for him. You know, if you happen to be one of those people who are set up for lightning to potentially counter light or to give a counter to light a try, give that a try. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it happens. I'm cautiously optimistic, as I said, but right now I'm just kind of waiting to see what her kit fully reveals. I don't want to make a claim and be fully wrong here because, you know, there's a lot of people who are, for example, hyping up Dark Fina, and I don't think Dark Fina is good. Like, I look at Dark Fina and I'm like, I don't know what people are seeing here. Maybe it's because Runic is much more prevalent on JP than in global right now, but Dark Fina, like, yes, hype her up because she's waifu, but I'm not seeing her fit into the dark meta with like Joker and Little Leela. So there's lots going on. There's lots of swirl in terms of JP meta and global meta right now. And I would say, don't get your hopes up on water. Don't feel like water is completely out for the take. I don't think it is. I think water is going to be around and be relevant. But yeah, let's kind of wait and see. If you are going to pull, please use my affiliate link, dig.gs/coins or dig.gs/offer. And you guys have a great rest of your day.